Hey guys, today I'm going to show you how to make some cute little pillows using Dollar Tree items. First thing you'll need is some of these rollers. You can use either the bigger ones or the smaller ones. And then you're going to need some of these scrunchies. You can get any color, any, design that you want, but the bigger ones, the thicker, fuller ones are the ones that you want because they fit around the rollers well. I had something stuck, some glue stuck to my nail there. So the first thing you're gonna do, obviously, take the scrunchie out, and you can either take out the seam or you can just cut it like this. I just cut them because it's easier and it takes less time, and it works just fine. So what you're gonna do is you're going to go ahead, cut the scrunchie up so that the elastic comes out and you can, get into the fabric part of it. Then you're going to take one of the rollers and take the plastic part out. You definitely want to keep these because you can use these as handles. You can use them for all types of stuff in your dollhouses. And if you do other crafts, they work well for other things too. So just keep those to the side. I have a box, excuse me, I have a box full of just odds and ends that I've collected, and they come in handy when you're doing dollhouse crafts. So definitely keep those. Then the next thing you're going to do after you, I don't know why I kept this in, but threaded your needle, which obviously you don't need to watch me doing, but here I am threading my needle, and my vision is getting old here. I'm getting old and my vision is not quite what it used to be, because I used to be able to thread a needle, one, two, three. Now I have to like focus, put my glasses on, take my glasses off, get good light. It's all kinds of stuff going on when you hit your 40s, because this was frustrating. But anyway, you thread your needle. I went off on a squirrel tangent there. Thread your needle, make a knot at the end, and then you're going to take your scrunchie and make sure you cut it down to a size that fits the sponge part of the curler. Is that a curler? The roller, not curler, roller. And you don't have to put it in there. I just kind of did that so I can make sure I have enough to go around it. Once you get used to it, then you know like how much you need. So let's go ahead and measure how much you need to cover your little pillow. You can do this a couple different ways. If you want there to be like a fringe or a piece so that you can add lace or anything like that, you can just sew it on the top there. You don't have to do it inside out, but I didn't want to do that. So you're just going to go ahead, flip it inside out again, and make sure that it's straight, or you have, cut off any excess or anything like that. Then you're going to sew it just a straight stitch across, or you can, however you know how to sew. I'm not a seamstress. If you have a sewing machine and you know how to work it and you can work with little pieces, more power to you. I can't. Miniatures and fabric, I think I've said this before, it's my kryptonite, but I'm working on it. I'm working on it because I'm working on miniatures, and sometimes you need something, made out of fabric. So here you go. I just did a quick stitch, straight stitch right across the top of that or the bottom of that, whichever one this ends up being. And I just sewed it right across. Again, you can use a sewing machine. You can use glue if you want to, if you don't want to sew it. You can use glue. You can use fabric glue or hot glue, tape, like double-sided tape if you want to. Whatever you have. This just seemed easiest and gave me the least amount of bulk, because I did try it with some hot glue and it was a little thick and kind of hard, so it didn't work as well. But if that's what you have, you can make it work. Then you're just going to go ahead. I did a stitch going both ways just to ensure that it wasn't going to like open up or anything like that. And this is just the easiest stitch, you can do. And then when you're done, you just kind of make a loop, put the needle through it, and that secures it. And I do that twice or a few times, just to make sure that it's tight and the knot's not going to come out. So you're going to see me here. I think I had to do a couple more stitches because I missed. Why I didn't cut all this out or speed through it, who knows? I wasn't really thinking, and it's a little too late to do it now, because if I cut it out and speed it up, my voiceover is not going to match. So we're just going to go with it because, hey, maybe you want to see it. So this is how I close it. You make a little loop and then you stick the needle through it and pull it, and it secures it. So you see how I made the little loop? Just pull it through, bam. And then you cut the string off, thread off, and then you flip it inside out. Excuse me. You flip it inside out, and then you put the roller, the cushion from the roller. It's kind of a sponge. You're just going to put it in there. You make sure you take something pointy. Usually I'll use like a pencil or a stick or something, a dowel rod. Stick it in there just to make sure all the corners come out the right way. Then you're just going to shove that roller right on in there, and then you're going to secure and sew the other end. Now, when you're doing this side, you do want as little bulk as possible. Like, you don't want as much fabric. What I did, probably I should have just cut some of it off, but I folded it in and then sewed it, and it was a lot of fabric. But either way, however you want to do it, I just went ahead and sewed it like that. It looked fine. It wasn't a big deal. These fabrics that they use for the scrunchies aren't very thick anyway, so it's not it wasn't too bad. This is a nice little velvety one. You can get them to mix and match, solids, prints, whatever you want. Anything that matches you can use them on your bed, you can use them on your couch, whatever works for you. So when I did this side, I made sure that the little knot was on the inside of where I was sewing. And you can do one of two things. I did this one as a straight stitch. You could also go through and just kind of do a quick, sew there. I just did it this way because it worked out, and um, it was easy, so it's not a big deal. But when I did it this way, you could see the stitch, and I would have preferred to do it where I just kind of go along the edge and just do like loops all around the edge. I don't know what that's called, but I think it would have looked better because then I wouldn't have had like that line on the edge there. But it's not a big deal. You can cover it up with another pillow. You can do it the right way the first time, but this is the way that I did it, and it worked out fine. It looks cute, and this fabric is pretty forgiving as far as like how it looks, so that's another good thing. But if you haven't already, please be sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you're notified every time I upload some new videos. If you like videos that teach you how to do things pretty simple and using things that you have around your house. I don't, make anything with a 3D printer or anything like that. My son has a 3D printer. If I wanted to, I could have him print stuff for me. But I try to make things as simple as possible because I want to, I want everybody to be able to do it. Not everybody can afford, I can't afford a 3D printer, but not everybody can afford a 3D printer or laser printers or anything like that. So I try to keep it simple. So if you like that, stick around. And yeah, so, and I appreciate everyone that has subscribed and watches. And this is what it looks like on my little couch. And that is it. So you can make as many or as few, as few as you want to match whatever bedding, couch, decor, anything like that. It's pretty simple. You get 8 pillows out of 1 bag of rollers, and as many scrunchies as you want. So that is it. And until next time, guys, you guys be blessed, be the reason someone smiles, and be sure to follow me on all my social medias. Check them out in my description. Bye.